Alright, welcome back to another video. We live with it. See what we can find tonight. Alright, so we looking bullish overall. We still breaking highs. We're in a pullback right now. Got this indication right here. So all I'm looking for is a close back above, really. That'll be an entry for me. Still bullish on the 1 hour. Alright, we got that close above. There we go. Keep on pushing. see where we at with it go and play tonight. We need this follow through. This is exactly what we want to see. Go ahead. You right there again. Shit, I might go ahead and take it. It's playing. Come on, bro. There we go. Smooth. What was that? 1820. Hold up, hold up. Yeah, 1820. Stay like that shit. So all I'm waiting on. 3 minute time frame. Yeah, I have a extra time frame up just for extra added confirmation. Higher time frame. But I really trade this to lower time frame. I mean, I checked the hour to see what it was doing. See how it closed at 7. That let me know we was still want to be bullish. The 6 o'clock candle closed above the last session candle, or the candle that ended in the last session in New York right here. So this purple candle that also let me know we was bullish. So then from there, all I had to do, so around closer to 8, around 7, 7:45, we had our indication right here. We had this minor level of consolidation. Some would have considered it a breakout, but we still inside these wicks, so we still consolidating. So I just waited for a breakout, which is the indication let me know which way it wanted to go based on the direction that it broke out. Waited for that pullback, waited for the close above my zone again on the 3 minute, and the rest was history. Straight like that. That's literally it. So you find a trend. Once you know the trend, whether you're looking for an uptrend or a downtrend, if you're looking for an uptrend, you're looking for buys only. If you know you in a downtrend, you're looking for sales only. Go to the 3 minute and 5 minute. Find a level of build up or consolidation. Wait for it to break out of either side. That's your indication. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is the correction, which in other words is the pullback. So when it came back to your zone. And then rule number 3 is the continuation. So since I was expecting the uptrend to continue, place my buy, stop below the candle wick, and then let it play out. So I was in this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's that? 21 minutes. Cause each candle represents 3 minutes on this side because we're on the 3 minute time frame. So 18, 20, and 21 minutes. Let's go. I had took a trade before I even started recording. Took a minor loss on one of my other accounts, but we got it back on this one, so it's all good. We straight. All right, from here on out, since we already got all this, I can go ahead and delete it. Trade already played out. So from here, we at 8:30. I go to the 15, so I can play my my APM CRT strategy. It's my second most profitable strategy. Basically, you waiting for the 8 p.m. candle to end on the 15-minute chart, which had already happened. So that would basically mean the candle would end on the 8:15 basically. So the candle would start because we're on the 15 minute. The candle would start at 8 and it would stop moving basically, like how this one is moving. It just stopped moving at 8:15, being as though we're on the 15. So you can either draw lines or you can draw a box from the wick high to the wick low. Make that a little less aggressive. And then from here, go to the 1 minute. And you wait for price to come outside the top or the bottom of your box first. So this candle ended, the next candle started. We already got price coming out of the top of the box. So then we waiting for a market structure shift. Now I already made my bread, so I ain't gonna get in on this one. I ain't gonna get greedy. I'm Gucci. So I'm gonna mark it up in real time, and I'm gonna place the order or whatever as if I was actually getting in. But again, I already made my money, so I'm not getting in again. And one and done tonight. So from here on out, just a waiting game until we get our market structure shift. Being as though probably can get in aggressive because this is an engulfing candle on a 1 minute. An engulfing candle means the second candle is bigger than the first candle. So this candle body, all this orange is bigger than the purple body. That's considered. That can be considered structure, minor structure on the 1 minute. So we can play it. Also a breaker block. So you can either wait until the candle closes below the opening price of this engulfing or below the wicks of the two candlestick formation. Let me see what that is. All right, that's decent. So if you're waiting for it to close below the wicks, you wouldn't be looking for sales just yet. Depends on how aggressive you want to be. So you wait for this candle to end outside of this box, which it did. New candle started on the 1 minute. Wait for that pullback, and then you can get in. Did it wick? Hold on, let me turn this off because I can't see if it wicked the box or not. Hold on, let me refine this. Well, it definitely did now. So based on how this candle closed, you can get in, place your stops above this high. And if you wanted to be aggressive, just see if it'll play out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait for it to close back outside the box before I get in. See what's up. All right, close right at it. So I'm gonna see what this candle would do before I place my box. But I'm still looking for sales. So again, the closeout is the indication. The correction is a pullback. That's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is the continuation. You're expecting it to continue in the direction of your bias, which in this case would be sales. It's gonna always look different depending on the time frame that you're on. Remember, on the 15 minute, every candle represents 15 minutes, so a new candle will not form until that 15-minute timer is up. Same goes for the 1 minute. Every candle is 60 seconds. Same goes for the 5 minute. So on and so forth. All right, close back in. Looking for a close outside the box. Still waiting. I wouldn't still be looking for buys unless it come up here and close above these wicks. Then I change my bias. So it coming outside this box does not matter to me. Because either way, I'm still putting my stop loss above here. if we get our entry confirmation. You can legit ping pong and shit, but you don't need to get gritty. That's where the self control and discipline come in. As long as you know how to read it, everything else is left up to timing, your mentality, and risk management. Oh, it's playing in this box. So you've been, oh damn, I ain't mean to click it. you've been you've been bullied for a minute, especially on the 1 hour for a couple of days. Hold on. Yeah. I mean, had a bearish day during London, but there ain't really nothing to pay attention to. Detroit and Tokyo. I'm only preaching Tokyo. All right, based on the 3 minute, which is my entry time frame for my last strategy, where we caught this. Close it, but this candle body is bigger than this one, so yeah, we still bullish. But still, even though we didn't get the setup right here, we still looking for sales, being as though price came outside of the top part of our box. So we just waiting for price to give us our market structure shift, which is our sign um that the trend is starting to reverse. So the setup before this, we was bullish because price is bullish. So we waiting for that minor pullback or that minor reversal. So if we close above these wicks, we have a new high. Being as though it came above, I'm gonna go ahead and delete that box. Mark out this high. Again, we waiting. So from here on out, I would just play the structure. So at this point in time, right now, this would be the leg of structure I would want to see go close below. That'll be my indication. Then I wait for the pullback, correction, then a continuation. So something like, let me see, is it in here? What drawing is it in? Here we go. So I'll be looking for, if it closes below, that'll be the indication. That's rule number one. Rule number two, correction, which is the pullback. Rule number three, continuation. You're looking for it to continue in the direction of your bias. We are not looking for sales until it closes below our structure right here. Meaning as though it's making new highs. Currently, we're still bullish. So we're just waiting for price to show us that it wants to reverse. And with this strategy, if you don't get your setup by, for me personally, I say 10, 10:30. If you don't get your setup by then, come back tomorrow and do the same thing. It normally happens around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Like your setup will appear around then. But like I said, if you don't get your setup by 10, 10:30, go ahead and close the charts and just come back tomorrow and look for the same setup at 8. So again, the setup I'm looking for now, the strategy I'm using now, it's called the Tokyo session, 8 p.m., 15-minute CRT. Or you can just use the 8 p.m. CRT. You're only using the 15-minute for your box, your range box. Price will show you where it want to go. Now, some people, there's different ways to trade this strategy. Some people play the breakout. So as soon as it closes out, some people will be buying here. But as you can see, it got all this imbalance to fill. And it has this whole, like all this space. It can come back all in here and do whatever it wants to do. Let me delete this. Before coming up, if it's still bullish. So what I mean by that is this where we're right now. You can do all this and still potentially go up. So as long as it don't break this low before making a new high, it's still bullish. Still expecting it to make a new high because it didn't break or close below our low, our structural low point. So we just waiting. It's a waiting game. Yeah, that entry was crazy. I was expecting it to hit quicker and faster than it did, but hey, the market is unpredictable. Take what you can get. As long as you got patience, you Gucci. You gonna make it in the long run. Okay, so there is one more scenario. So price made this new high, pull back here, and then end up coming up, but doesn't break, but then break the low that's created right here. I may be able to explain it in real time. If it come up and come back down, that's considered an equal high. It's not a new high or a lower high. It's an equal high, especially if it come up in these wicks, but don't close outside of them. It's only considered a new high when it closes above these wicks. So this is our new high right here. We had this close above, and now it's reversing. So if this candle closed as an engulfing, we got 10 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. This be my box. So since it's an engulfing, I wouldn't be looking for a 2 candlestick pullback to consider this a leg of structure because this body engulfed this one. So this is considered support no matter what. So it came up in the wicks, closed inside, didn't close above. It's an equal high right now. So then we would play the same thing right here. And where it go? Why it disappear like that? Same thing, because we still looking for sales. Remember that. This gray box. It's our 15-minute CRT. Price came outside the top first, so we're looking for a reversal. If price would have closed outside the bottom, we'd be looking for buys. It's that simple for this one. It's about time to replace this chair, boy. Need some oil. All right, here we go. See how this next candle form or end on the 1 minute. So once we have our box, we don't even need the 15-minute no more. Everything else is done on the 1 minute. So with the 15-minute CRT at 8 p.m. Um, or at the start of Tokyo session that starts at 8 p.m. Uh, look for that 15-minute. Look for the candle to end on the 15-minute at 8:15, and then that's when you have your box or your zone, however you want to do it. Cause like I said, you can either do it like this, have your line, wick high to wick low, whichever side of your box or your line price comes outside of first, that's your bias, but in the opposite direction because you're looking for a reversal. So if you come outside the top, you're looking for sales. Come outside the bottom, you're looking for buys. The only two time frames that you're using are the 15-minute time frame and the 1 minute time frame for entry. Now you only need the 15-minute again to know where your zones are. Everything else, 90% of the trade is on the 1 minute. All right, so we had this close below, and we have at least two candlesticks. So that's added confirmation. So all we need is a close below this box, which would be our indication, and then our pullback, and then a continuation. That's all we waiting on. Brighten this up a little bit. Do 40. Now we gonna do 45. All right, this one don't matter because we have this leg of structure now. This considered equal highs. All right, no close out yet. Just waiting for price to show us his hand. As of right now, we still bullish until we get that close below. Not to confuse yourself when you trade. Even if you have more than one strategy in your bag, only choose one for that trade session. Don't trade two at the same time, three at the same time. You're gonna confuse yourself. You may get lucky and win, but don't expect it to happen too often. Wait for your confirmations. Mark off your checklist. Everything checked, get in. Ain't no question, nothing to think about. If you lose, you lose. No strategy is 100%. The CRT strategy that we're looking at right now is 80%. Has an 80% win rate. The one that I traded at the beginning of the stream has an 83 .3% win rate. But you don't have to be in the 80s just for it to be decent. You can have a 50% win rate strategy and still be profitable. It all depends on risk management and your discipline. That's it. I didn't get my screenshots for that first trade. You're about to see some lines pop up. Got my accounts linked. Don't worry about it. They'll be gone in a minute. Where's that entries right here? 1 to 2. Somewhere here. I don't know. Damn, a 1 to 2? It was like a 1 to 2.1, but 1 to 2. Alright. Alright, now I can delete all that shit. Shit, I don't even think they popped up. That's even better. See what we look like on a 3 minute. Hold up. We might be waiting for this setup to like 9:30. Yeah, we still bullish. I wouldn't consider this not an indication though. It's not two candlestick pullback. Even though it's an engulfing, that engulfing is a doji. And if it didn't close below that full doji body, so we still bullish. I wouldn't consider that structure. Gucci on that. Oh yeah. All right, we got our new high. This zone is still valid because it's an equal low right here. And I know we got this long wick, but the body didn't close below. If it did, we'd be looking for sales. But it's equal low, so it's still valid as the major low we want to keep marked up. Now, if it closed back in, I consider this a fake out. But we have to see what it do after this point. Let me add this to my favorites. Okay, okay. So until we get a valid pullback or a purple candle, that's not our high anymore. This is now. I'm gonna just delete it into a pullback. We don't have a current high still creating its current high, current new high. So we broke out of this. Or we at 855. All right, bet. we bully for sure. I could have held that. So I got out. Where was I at? I think I got it on either this candle. Hold on the 3 minute. Yeah, I got it on this candle. So that had to been these two or these three. So probably right here. So right here, 1820, 4236. Yeah, it would have been like 4-5K out that one trade. Potentially six. Shit, all I need is that 1 or 2 though. I'm Gucci. When you get greedy, that's when you start fucking up. Trust me, I know. I got damn near a decade trade now under my belt. Shit, I lost enough to know the market will humble you if you get greedy. What time is it? 9. I probably stream until like 9:30. Setup don't happen, then I end the stream. If you missed that first setup in the beginning, go ahead and rewind it when I end it. And then we gonna tap in again the next live. Gosh, I gotta put my socials on the stream at the bottom. It's been a minute. I gotta set my shit up. But shit, my socials is the same. It's the same as my YouTube. It's like that on IG at least, and Threads. So if you want to know what prop firm I'm using or what prop firms I use or have used, hit me in the DMs or comment below, and I hit you back as soon as possible. Let's run it up, man. Shit, I'm about to post this real quick. Hold on, I'm about to mute you or mute me. Got that posted. Okay, 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 okay. We got two candlestick pull back. I don't like these wicks though. Man, we can pull this out. Got this structure right here too. Still looking for that setup. Looking for this. That's exactly what we looking for. So we had that push up, that push down, that push up, that push down. So in this case, we would be right here currently. So we will have a zone right here. That this right here would be our indication. Wait for that pullback, and then straight like that. That simple. Same setup. The entry protocol for all my strategies are the same. The only difference is the strategy. But how I enter is always the same. I either enter off that pullback when it closed below, or off the candlestick formation, whichever I like best in that moment. So this whole leg would be this. So we got this right here is this part. This new high is this leg up. And we had that pullback. Now this pullback didn't break. So that's why I say this area right here will be right here. So that would be our indication. All we need is that structure break with the body closed, pull back, and then we Gucci. And we can target all the way down here because there's nothing in here stopping. Like once it shows the signs that it want to reverse, there's nothing here to stop it from reversing. But still, we waiting for that confirmation. Until then, price is still bullish. Appreciate the subscribe, OG Novocaine. And my third strategy is just going off of structure. So until we got this break of this low, we still bullish. So we got this this high broken right here that let us know we bullish. From there on, we would be looking for a down engulfing to get invalidated because we're in an uptrend. So any down engulfing candle should not be valid unless the trend wants to reverse. So which means you can get in as soon as price close above the wick of this down engulfing candle because we're in an uptrend. We already got this breaking structure right here. So all we're looking for is the down engulfing to get invalidated or closed above. Because again, in the uptrend, down engulfing candles should not be um, validated. They should always get invalidated until the trend is trying to reverse or wanting to reverse. And the same thing going with the up engulfings or the bullish engulfing. In an uptrend, we want to see these maintained. We don't want to see these invalidated, which means we don't want price to close below the wicks. If it does, that means we're looking for a reversal. And being as though that's in the same area as I mark my zone, higher confirmation. So we're just looking for a closeout, pull back, if price wants to sell off. That's how we play it. Or you can get in once price close above here. But I'm not going to go too in depth of that third strategy. I talked about two tonight. So the first one was ICC, the letter ICC, um, third letter in the alphabet twice. This one is the 15-minute CRT. at 8 p.m. during Tokyo session. And the third one is just basically price action. There's really no other name for that. You're just reading price, the action of price. The name is pretty self-explanatory. We got it down in golfing. All right. Now you can play this two ways going off of this in golfing. You could have got in, or you not got in, but use this as an indication that price you're trying to sell when it closed below the opening price. Or if you want to wait and be more disciplined and more patient, you can wait till the body close, the candle close below the body of that engulfing. But either way, it's all happening in the same area as my zone, so it really doesn't matter. There's three different indications or three different scenarios that could happen that would show us that price you're trying to sell, which means that's three added confirmations on top of the 4 to 5 that I already have. So if I was still trading tonight, I would definitely get in, no question. All right, got that close below. Now we want to see how far it wants to go down. Now we're here. We're below this zone here. Waiting for that pullback for it to continue down to at least down here. Now, if it comes down here before it pulls back, I would expect the trend start start the one transition back bullish because this is a minor transition to the downside. We're in the 1 minute. The higher the time frame, the stronger the structure. So the structure can always change really quick on the 1 minute time frame. Because as you can see, this is the 1 minute, this is the 3 minute. It does not look the same. We got highs, lows, higher highs and higher lows right here. But right here, we just got one or two candles. All of this right here is the same as this right here. It just look different because on the right side, we're on the 1 minute. On the left side, we're on the 3 minute. So in this situation, it will look more like this if you were to draw it out in line form. So we got high, pull back. We don't have a new higher high, but we have an equal high. Then it broke the structural point that led to the new equal high. Wait for that pullback. Boom. So this is the same as this. This is where at this point right now. I mean, it may be a little lower, but this is what we're looking at. This right here, this pullback to our zone, our red box right here, is what we're expecting. That's what we're expecting right after the pullback. Because it broke structure to the downside. It didn't make a new high. It made an equal high. And then it basically broke the structural higher low and made a new lower low. So now we're expecting it to pull back, make a new lower high to continue down to a new lower low. So our price gonna do make higher highs and higher lows in the uptrend and make lower lows and lower highs in the downtrend. Does the same thing every day. Price only goes two directions, up and down. It may consolidate, which is right here, where more prices moving sideways, but still, it's still going up, down, up, down. It's only two ways it can go. So now our setup is valid. Looking for sales now. I would not consider price to be bullish at this point in time. So again, I'll be looking for a price to touch it. It don't have to close inside the box. It just need to touch it and then close outside. And that would be considered an entry for me. And being as though that would be considered a new lower high, you could place your stop loss above the high that it makes once it closes outside this box again. Or since you have this fair value gap, this space right here, there's no wick on either side of this candle in this area right here. That's called a fair value gap or a gap in the market or an imbalance. You can place it above that or you can place it above here. This engulfing candle formation. So it all depends on what trader you are. So with me personally, depending on how the candles form up here, I would either place it above here or I would place it above this imbalance. But being as though it's in the same area, 9 times out of 10, I put it above this imbalance just to be safe. So the indication and rule number one of how you enter is only really showing you how far price wants to potentially go again once it's back under this level. So once it broke under this level, it goes down. In this case, it goes down as far as it could potentially go again. So once we get that close, our first target could be wherever it stopped in this area. And then we could target down here, this structural point. Then we could target this one. Then you can zoom out, depends on the price want to keep going. Then you could target this area, then this area, then this area. But you would trail it. All right, so we getting our pullback. We go ahead and delete this. I'll keep that. And this is a great sign that price wants to reverse as well because it wicked outside of the previous higher high, but didn't close outside, closed back within that formation. So that is another confirmation that price wants to reverse from this uptrend. So in all, we have um structure being broken. That's one. Let's back it up. We got liquidity being taken. That's one. Then we have structure being broken right after that. That's two. Then we waiting for the pullback. That'd be three. And then the close outside would be four. Finding the trend is also in there, so you can count that as five, but you get all that from the first two steps. So it depends on you if you want to count it or not. But we got, like I said, 45 confirmations that price wants to reverse from this point. Once we have those 45, you wait for your setup to present itself. It's the same thing over and over every day. I'm gonna sound like a broken record. You literally do nothing different. So once you get it, you tap in, you learn this shit. After a while, it will get boring, but only in the aspect of you looking for the same thing every day, just waiting for that same setup every day. And it's not gonna happen when you want it to. So you have to be patient. Learn how to sit on your hands. Read a book until your setup happen. Play the game. Watch a YouTube video. Watch a movie. Cook dinner or some shit. Cook breakfast or work out. And then, you feel me, come back and check on the markets. Or you can set timers while you go do your stuff so you can come back at a certain time so you don't miss your setup. But even if you do, just come back tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new trading day. Don't rush the process. The only way I would consider getting a sale at this point, if it don't come to my box first, is if it closed below this engulfing, because then this would be considered structure. Remember what I said earlier? If it's one candle, but it's an engulfing, I would still consider it a pullback. It doesn't have to be two candles, as long as the pullback is an engulfing candle. I would still count it. So if the price don't want to fully, retrace back up here, it'll close below this wick, which would invalidate this bullish momentum, because that's all this up engulfing symbolizes is bullish momentum or up momentum, which means the market, you could expect the market to push up. When that starts to get invalid in the uptrend, we're looking to go down. This is that simple. So we wouldn't do nothing. We would wait. And this will be adjusted if we get our entry protocol right here. I'm just putting it right here so you know what we're looking for. At a structure break, wait on the pullback, which is the correction. Indicate. I mean, continuation after that. Come on, man. And like I said, if you don't get your entry by like 10, 10:30, be done. I've been streaming since. I've been streaming for a good hour. Yeah, hour, 8 minutes as of now. So I don't want to do too much. Go too much longer. But you can definitely still take this setup. 9:30. I'm out this month. Yeah. Price plan. It ain't looking like it's on the reverse right now. About to be 9:30. Been recording for an hour and 10 minutes. Wasn't expecting to record that long. But you know, it is what it is. Come with the territory. But y'all stay blessed. Peace and love.